G'day, welcome to Board Game Backers, brought to you by Liberty Guild Gaming. Today we are doing a solo playthrough of Villainous from the Wicked to the Core expansion, and today our villain is Hades. So our objective with Hades, he's got some titans inside his deck here, and we just need to start our turn with 3 of the titans at Mt Olympus. Seems fairly straightforward enough, but there are 2 catches. One, they've got to start from the underworld and move across. Any time that they happen to extinguish a hero, they are then removed and discarded like any other ally in the deck. And there is a lot of fate cards here that will trap my titans, and that simply means I turn them to a 90-degree angle and they're unable to move on. And then I've got to look for cards inside my deck in order to untrap them, or using titans that might have some certain special abilities. Just keep in mind that they do come with nice little booklets here, which I do highly recommend that people read, because it lets you know what cards you're looking for in your deck and how they can serve and help you. I'm also using the solo variant from the Disney Lacana Club. I'll leave the link in below, and that's when we're using 1 round, and then for every preceding round we remove a power token. Anytime I move a power token from the right hand side here, hence the fate card token, is that I will pull a fate card, and then using your honor system, put it down where it's mostly going to hurt me the most. Otherwise, roll the dice, and that'll help determine the location. 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10 to 12. Condition cards work very similar is when we roll the dice to determine if, when we get to the conditions, I'll run you through it, which is just simply before we discard or draw a hand back to 4, we simply roll the dice and see if we get another additional round. So, sometimes conditions can work, sometimes they don't work out in a game. So, and with that works the same too whenever we land on a fate too. We roll the dice. If we are successful, odds are fails, evens are wins. Again, we'll add a round to the bottom, but we'll go through that very shortly. So let's get started with my first 4 cards. We've got the Mortality Potion, which allows us to use use titans and not have them discarded from our deck. This card here allows us to look through the top part of our deck to look for some titans if we need them. However, we do discard them once that happens. So hopefully you guys can still sort of see those cards down the bottom here. So there we go. And what am I going to do? First, let's go get some power, our form of currency in the game. So I get 3. I'll also get to discard and play 2 cards. So I'm going to immediately play this Titan over here in the Underworld, which will cost me 2. So all Titans have to be played in the Underworld. They all do have their special ability. In this case, with Stratos, he can actually move heroes to an adjacent location, to his new location. So it's a way of freeing up certain trapped heroes, or at least try to vanquish some of them. And do I want to play anything else? I don't have enough money for anything else, so I'm going to leave it at that. And I am going to get rid of Nessus here. I do like him. He just reduces the strength of people down to 2. Oh, I might actually keep these, actually, just for the time being, and see how things play out. There we go. Got myself another ally, and remove this first round token. And now we've got 10 rounds to finish. Where am I going to go this time? I'm going to go wherever I can move him. I can go over here and get 1 and a movement. And a fate token. I will go over here and get myself... Actually, I will go over here and get myself 1 power token. Show you how this fate stuff works. So I'm going to use this fate here. Odds are fails, evens are wins. Let's see how we go. I have 5, so I don't get with a failed fate, so I don't actually get an additional round. And now I can play a card. So I will play, and I'm actually going to leave these as is at the moment. I'm not going to play a card, just in case I need some money later to put out some titans and do some movements. And I can also move him across, and that will be it. So now we'll go play with the last round. There's usually a lot of heroes in here, so that's why I'm kind of leaving my allies here so I know where they are, and so if I need to, I can vanquish them. This one is the lightning bolt. Choose a location in Hades' realm. All titans in that location are trapped. So this is my only titan. So this one is trapped. There we go. Now it's back to my turn, and I am going to go and get some coin. I'm going to put some allies out in the field because I want to start going through my deck now. So I've got 3. I am going to go use this one here and play this one here. So that's going to cost me 3. Yeah, having him trapped kind of like push my agenda a little bit faster. And I've also got a Hydra here. And I don't have enough. I do have enough actually. So I might and put this one out in the field too. I'm going to go with over here. Why not? No, I'm going to put him over here. And again, index is used to defeat a hero with a strength of 3 or less, gain 2 power. Nice. There we go. Excellent. Actually, I might switch these 2 around, actually, because I'm more likely to want to use him to defeat people. There we go. Excellent. And now that is the end of my turn. I've done 3. Now I can also discard. I don't really want to discard just yet. I am very tempted to get rid of this card, though. And you know what? I will. Using the discard action, Achilles heel reduces the hero strength by 2. I've got another Titan, which is fantastic. And an effect. This one here is very, very important. This one here, the planets align. This allows me to untap Titans at one location. And if there's 1, it'll cost me 1 power, 2 power, 3 power, so forth, at one location. So I'll keep that one right here. And that's the end of my turn. Moving that one across. And now I am going to go and get myself some more coin. Maybe here. Because I want to get this Titan out on the board, which is going to cost me 3. And I'm allowed to move. And good thing about Pyrus here, he can actually untap Titans at his new location. So I'm moving him over here. He untaps this one. There we go. Now I've got 2 Titans that are untapped. I've got a Vanquish action here, but there's no one yet to Vanquish. So I will leave it here. And that would do for now. Oh, I've got myself a Cerberus. So this is a Cerberus that allows you to defeat heroes at adjacent locations, not just in front, but also on the side. So there, we're about to get faded. And what do we have? We've got Megara. When Megara is played, you may move a hero from her location to any location. Because there's no real effect where she is, move a hero from her location to any location. So we're going to use the dice roll here to determine where she's going to go. We've got 6, so that's 1 to 3, 4 to 6. So she's going to go over here and block these 2 positions here, which is a power and an activate. Now it's back to my turn, and I am wanting movement, activate, and a fate. Oh, do I got any cards on discard? I do. So I'm going to go here. Get myself 3 more coins. As much as I like Cerberus. There we go. Excellent. And I will actually play him, actually. I'm going to play him here. Because that way he can vanquish there and here and in front. Which is great because a lot of the heroes are probably going to go around towards Mt Olympus here and start trapping my Titans. So that will cost me 3 to do that one. And do I want to do another activation? No. And do I want to discard anything to a -2? No, I'm going to get rid of this one because I'm actually quite comfortable with the level of power that I've got on the board will hopefully be sufficient to beat some people. Because I want to get some more Titans on the board, and Planets Align will be great. So what I've got here is Get Ready to Rumble. This allows me to move a Titan 1 location or 2. One adjacent location will cost me either pay 2 power to move an untrapped Titan to an adjacent location, or pay 5 power to move an untrapped Titan 2 locations. they're moving 1 or 2. And it's only 1 Titan. Panic is can be a bit of fun because the cost of actually deploying Titans and allies and items is reduced by 1 power if Hades is at his location. So that is that turn done. So I want to do some movement now and start getting some people across. And I am going to go with... I'm going to go over here. We're going to activate in a movement, which is the same over here, but also I'm starting to get a little bit nervous over here. So I want to start to see if I can get some rounds going. And I've got no conditions, because this can go through pretty quickly. So I get myself 1 power token. I do have a movement. So I am going to move this one across, because this one here's got an ability where it can actually do untrap Titans. So when Stratus is moved, you may move a hero from his new location to an adjacent location. When Stratus is moved, you may move a hero from his new location to an adjacent location. Move from his new location. Okay, so here for example. Okay, there we go. We've got a few different characters over here. So we're getting some nice little characters there. And do I want to use any one of these? Yes, I do. I'm going to go over here and place him here, because I'm going to do some, hopefully do some vanquishing later. And that would leave me to do a fate. So let's hopefully get on some evens. Got some odds, so no good. So let's draw back up to 4. Got myself another Titan. So he's really great, because anytime he moves, he actually gives me power. So we're just about to get fated. What do we have? We've got Hera. When Hera is played or moved, you may choose a Titan at her new location. That Titan is trapped. When Hera is played or moved, ooh, she's dangerous. Okay, so because this one here is really great to untrap Titans, so I would assume then that the best position for her to be in will be here. And that way, when she's played, she's now trapped this beautiful looking Titan here, which is going to cause me a little bit of grief now. So that is that done, and now it's my turn. I am going to go over here and get myself 2 more of these. I'm going to use my Cerberus here, or 1, 2, 3. No, she's a 4, so I will use my Cerberus here to attack Hera, and it vanquishes my ally and also takes care of Hera. She's a bit of a dangerous person to have on the board. So I've done my vanquish. I want to do another movement, so I'm going to move you over here. And I can also play a card. And considering he is now 1 less when played at Hades' location, he will only cost me 2. Well, that felt like a pretty good move. And now it is the end of my turn, so draw back up. Got Pain. So Pain is moved. You may move a hero from Pain's previous location to his new location. Great way to get rid of, this one. Move him along, or even Zeus. This is quite a powerful character. So, and now we remove this one here. Now back to my turn, and I want to do some movement now. So I'm going to move over here and do a fate, and hopefully we'll get another round. Let's have a look. What do we got? 8. Excellent. There we go. And anytime you add a new one, it starts from here first and then goes here. So that way your last turn always is always a fate. There we go, and I'm going to move my little Agris over here, and I gain a power for any time he is moved, which is fantastic. And do I want to play a card? So either pay 2 power to move an untrapped Titan to an adjacent location, or 5. I could pay 2 actually, why not? Yes, I'm going to go get ready to rumble and start moving this Titan across. And each time he moves, I get a power. There we go, excellent. So that is it for the time being. I've done my activation, I've done my move, fate, and I've already paid myself 1. So let's do this. Excellent. There we go. Now I'm going to get fated. So let's see what happens. We've got the Gospel Truth. Discard an item or ally from Hades' realm. Do I have any items? No. Do I have allies? Yes. This one here reduces 1. This one here gets when used, gets taken back into my hand. And this one over here is when next is used to defeat a hero with a strength of 3 or less, gain 2 power. So they're actually all fairly good. Probably the least one is probably this one here, because it gets taken back into my hand. And this one is making things cost less, and this one reduces things to, gives me more power. So not too sure which way I'm going to go. So 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Let's see how we go. We've got 7. Wait, 1 to 6, 7 to 12. So 7, that's him gone. 50-50 chance. There you go, buddy. I did like him because I'm going to use him to take out my Zeus. When and with ever that comes into play. Where's the other fate? Do I only have one fate? I do. Go on over here. So, but it doesn't allow me to do much. So keep in mind, because I've only got 3 more rounds to go, and I still need to get some Titans across. So I am going to go and come over here. And I'm not too worried about vanquishing, so I really want to do some movement though. Cool, I am going to do that. I'm going to do some movement. Move him over here, get myself another power token. And what am I going to do now? Do I want to do any vanquishing? Do I want to activate any cards? I could do some activating actually. Get him out of the way. Actually, rather than moving him, I'm going to move him out of the way. There we go. And I am going to... Have I used a card yet? No, I'm going to use this one here and untrap this guy. And it cost me only 1. And I'm going to move him across. So that way, if any Titans get trapped, particularly over here, you could get trapped. Maybe not the best thing. No, it should play no tape backsies, but I've already done a backsie. So that is that done. I am now going to... I'm not sure if I actually put back that power. Did I put back that power? I got 2 plus 1. I believe I did. So there we go. Planet's line, excellent. Very, very good. So that round's done. Let's see if we can get another movement along the way. I'm going to go over here, get myself 1 fate. I'm going to move this Titan across. So that gives me 1 power. And I'm going to do an a fate, see if I get another round. So I'm done at 2. 6 plus 4 is 10. Excellent. So there we go. And do I want to play a card? At the moment, when pain is moved, you may move a hero. It's a good card to discard, but on the same note, I could start moving things out of the way. No, I'm gonna probably leave that alone at the moment. No, I will play him, because I wouldn't mind getting another card. So I'm gonna put him at that location. 2. So that way I get more cards to play with. There we go. Excellent. Ready to rumble, which allows me to move Titans. Fantastic. Now, that's the end of that round. I'm going to see if I get faded. Gospel Truth again. Discard an item and an ally. I've got an ally here, an ally here. And if I were to choose which one is the worst, it's really... could go either or. So rather than me sort of thinking through, I'm just going to let fate decide. So 1 to 6, 7 to 12. Let's see how we go. We got 5. So panic is gone. There we go. Excellent. Now we're down to 2 rounds. I still got to get this Titan over here. And so let's do that now, shall we? Let's go and get a movement going. This game's been relatively easy in comparison, considering I haven't had Zeus come out. Or his Comprende, Hermes. So I gave myself 2. I'm going to move this guy across over here. Because I won't get faded next turn, so that's a good idea. I can play a card, which I won't. And I wouldn't mind doing a vanquish, actually. That would be awesome. And which I won't either. So that's the end of my turn. I now have 3 Titans at Mt Olympus. This round is finished. And at the start of my turn, I have 3 Titans. I have Stratos, I've got Agris, and I have Pyrus. 3 Titans at Mount Olympus, and my friend Little Hydra. So that's Hades for you. This has been a rather simple game in comparison. I've had certainly harder games than this, particularly when you get the Lightning Bolt and Zeus and Hermes. They tend to be some very powerful cards out there. So, or in this case, I really only had one other hero, and I think I took out a hero earlier. So, excellent. I hope that's been helpful for you, and give you an opportunity that you can play Villainous Solo. And I enjoy playing with the Disney Lacana Club Solo variant. There is the Pandemic variant, which plays relatively differently, where you just draw 2 fake cards and then you choose which one will actually hurt you the most. And but again, I'll leave it all in the comments below, and I feel like doing another game of this, and hopefully a little bit more challenging. So thanks so very much for watching. This has been Board Game Backers, brought to you by Liberty Good Gaming. Thank you.